Happy World Ballet Day.
It's a beautiful 80-degree fall day here in Houston.
I'm Stanton Welch.
And I'm Julie Kent, and we're the artistic directors of Houston Ballet.
Did you know Houston is one of the most diverse cities in the United States? This diversity is reflected in our cultural mosaic, with communities representing regions from all over the world. More than 145 languages are spoken here, and nearly 1 in 4 residents was born outside the US, all contributing to the city's international character. This diversity is also reflected in Houston Ballet. Our dancers and students hail from 9 countries and speak a variety of languages.
Having had the privilege of dancing around the world throughout my ballet career, I'm thrilled as Artistic Director of Houston Ballet to share with our dancers what I've learned from performing globally and from the many artists who have influenced me along the way.
As Artistic Director and resident choreographer of Houston Ballet, I've created more than 97 ballets for our company. Many were inspired by the diversity of my experiences across the globe and by the extraordinary dancers that I've had the privilege to work with during my more than 20 years here at Houston Ballet.
We're excited to share just a glimpse of what we've been working on this year, right here within our incredible home, the Margaret Alcock Williams Center for Dance, the largest ballet facility in North America.
Ciao a tutti e buona giornata mondiale del balletto. Sono Angelo Greco, primo ballerino del Houston Ballet. Abbiamo avuto un inizio di stagione incredibilmente entusiasmante. Abbiamo aperto la stagione con Onegin, di John Cranko. Onegin è una storia senza tempo, di amore, rifiuto e rimpianto. È ancora oggi potente e vincente come lo era al suo debutto. Questo balletto ha messo in risalto alla perfezione la sfumatura artistica della nostra compagnia e si è rivelato un'esperienza meravigliosamente gratificante per tutti noi. Successivamente abbiamo eseguito Rock Roll in Tutus, il primo programma di repertorio misto della stagione, che comprendeva 4 balletti diversi: l'ipnotico What I Was Thinking While I Was Waltzing di Brera Shida, l'energetico e stimolante Illuminate della solista del Houston Ballet Jacqueline Long, il dinamico e spensierato Rooster di Christopher Bruce e il potente e virtuoso Animo del direttore artistico del Houston Ballet Stanton Welch, che ha creato un secondo e un terzo movimento in aggiunta al primo movimento creato ed eseguito nel 2023. Godetevi questo sguardo dietro le quinte di questi incredibili balletti.
My name is Reed Anderson. I founded Ballet British Columbia in Vancouver. I was the director of the National Ballet of Canada for 7 years, and I was the director of the Stuttgart Ballet for 22 years. And I've been retired now for 7 years, but I never stop working because I go around the world doing ballets like Onegin. Onegin it's a mega role for a man, for a mature man in ballet. He's very wealthy. He's not a very nice person. He's everything that you wouldn't want your daughter to marry, except for the money. He meets Tatiana just by chance, and he meets her through a friend of his, Lenski. You see exactly the kind of person he is. Totally charming and totally false. The beautiful thing about ballet is it's the one language that everybody in the world speaks. And you should be able to sit there and not know anything and understand absolutely everything. Love, hate, a misunderstanding. The steps all speak to you. Because they have meaning, you build it up until at the end, when the real drama comes, you understand everything, so you know where it came from. John Cranko understood people, why people were like they were. He always said, I want to see you on the stage. It comes from a real place in your gut. That's the great gift that he's given to ballet. It was a whole different way of approaching the art form. And now I try to instill those qualities everywhere I go to. Many, many people can do the steps. Very few people can dance. In this company, I find the standard of dancing extremely high. They're listening to everything. They have great manners. To work here, you feel special. It's a jewel here.
Tatiana is a young country girl. She is shy and naive. She loves to bury herself in books, especially romantic novels, and I think that makes her a very passionate person. She has a younger sister, Olga. Olga is engaged to marry a poet named Lenski, and Lenski has become friends with Onegin. When she meets Onegin, she becomes instantly smitten. She loves fantasy. She loves the idea of something, and I think he's a dashing, handsome man who is charming and suave. She just falls for it, and she decides to write this gushing love letter to him. When he dismisses her love letter, her heart is shattered. There's a reason why Tatiana is such a coveted role. The character of her has such a beautiful arc to it. The girl that you meet at the beginning of the ballet is drastically different to what she becomes at the end. The character development is very intentional and specific. The journey and the path that she goes through, it's beautiful. Like Shakespeare, Krenko is such an important part of history. So holding on to these ballets, bringing them back time and time again, they're masterpieces, and us as artists grow experiencing these ballets, and I think it's important for the audience to see as well.
Onegin is very arrogant, cynical, just bored with life. His good friend Lenski, who's the complete opposite of him, decides to invite Onegin to meet his fiancée Olga. He encounters Tatiana, who's Olga's sister, and she falls in love with him immediately and decides to write him a letter. He's just kind of deep within his own thoughts. This girl seems naive, doesn't want any part of it. In the ballet, there's a famous scene where he rips up the letter. I think that's the moment where people realize that he's not a very nice person. Onegin encounters Tatiana many years later, and he realizes what he's done. This is my first time performing the role. I think it's a very difficult character. He's all over the place emotionally. He's a very complex character. John Cranker had an ability to tell a story in ballet in which people can easily understand. It's a really difficult thing to do. I think that was his true talent. I'm returning to Houston Ballet. The people here have always been so warm, and to be working amongst such committed, hard-working peers and perform a ballet like this, it's been fantastic. I think that's been really special for me to come back to.
The piece is called What I Was Thinking While I Was Waltzing. The piece is celebrating beautiful dance, very formal, regal, luxurious, and then there's a shift, and we go inside all the characters' heads.
Going into the minds of each individual dancer and figuring out how they are as individuals, artistically, emotionally, people helping each other see exactly who they are and what they might come to be.
There are surprising human interactions of tenderness. There's this aesthetic quality that resonates with sculptures from throughout history. And so you'll see these shapes and beautiful lines.
Not only are you getting such a beautiful, visually pleasing piece, you will also be able to learn about all of the dancers through their own artistic freedom. Working with Brett, such a fun and inviting space to be in. Conversation between the choreographer and the dancers to understand each other better was so beneficial to the choreography process. This is my first time ever being an original cast member, having a piece come back as well. So being able to tap into a new side of the choreography, kind of finding those new avenues to try something new, challenge myself, think differently, which has made it such a fun and new experience for me as well.
Stanton came to me and told me he'd like me to make a piece for the Jubilee of Dance. I kind of went looking in my playlist of Apple Music, and I found Oliver Davis's Frontiers 1, 2, and 3, which was very vivacious and celebratory, which felt right for the Jubilee of Dance. I saw the dancers and different styles and kind of personalities. Those dancers became each movement, and so the first movement we have a lead woman dancer who's kind of going opposite of the crowd. Then the second movement, there's someone who kind of doesn't have the inspiration yet, and he finds that. And then in the third movement, it's really about collaboration and everyone coming together. Both choreographing and being a dancer do really complement each other, and I think you can learn about yourself as a dancer. I think the movement definitely was inspired by the dancers, and then in collaboration with the way that I like to move and play with the music. It's very humbling to work with my peers, and they are such incredible dancers and are so generous with how much they're willing to give me as a choreographer. It is about collaboration and kind of shining your light, and it's really special to see people come in there and make it their own.
Her and I have danced together a lot as colleagues. It was nice to have that dancer perspective. Jacqueline often asked what I was comfortable with and how I wanted to be showcased. If I was comfortable with this, if I liked how I looked, if it felt good. I feel like Jacqueline's personality is very much seen throughout the choreography and the piece in itself. It's upbeat, it's up-tempo, it's high energy, and yeah, to perform it, it's exhilarating.
After the premiere, I was so overwhelmed with how many people talked to me about how happy the piece made them and how they were smiling in their seats. And so I just hope that continues on as more Houston audiences get to see it.
I made Rooster, I think 1990, was premiered with a company in Geneva. I had this crazy idea while I was listening to, I think it was probably an LP. I'd like to try and make a dance to the Rolling Stones. And it was a question then of choosing tracks and finding a theme that ran through the piece. My starting point was Little Red Rooster. That analogy between that man and the cockerel in the farmyard. It was sort of so beautiful. I've always enjoyed that, the preening cockerel. So my men are preening cockerels. And the women, the hens in the farmyard, much brighter than the men. And basically the piece is a battle of the sexes, about the mating game in a sense. But everything is expressed in a light mode. Basically, it's a celebration of the music and the times.
It kind of takes you back to the 1960s, and there's a lot of play in it. The movement just tells the story. The positions he puts you in naturally falls into the next. You can kind of just let the music take you, and your body does the rest. Everyone knows and loves this music. It almost feels like you're at a Rolling Stones concert.
This company is famous for being technically strong, and they work splendidly, and it's been fun. It's been 5 years since I was here. It's like going back into a playground and creating a game. It's It's magical.
Animo is a ballet that I created for the Jubilee of Dance in 2023. The Tchaikovsky Piano Concerto, when I first heard it as a young choreographer, I really struggled with trying to find a way to make a ballet with it. And I never really went beyond the first movement. And then I made the piece, and during it is when I started listening to the other two movements, and I really fell in love with them. The first movement has a group of soloist people that come and go briefly within this constant dancing of the ensemble. The second movement, like a romantic ballet, long skirts and everything being fluid in a way, sort of like a constantly evolving thing. The final movement comes back to a more traditional approach with an ensemble and a principal couple in the center. And I thought it was a great way to capture for the company all of our stars and all of our talent in a sort of like a fingerprint of this time. Deliberately hard and challenging. If you're really going to push them to their limits and find, something that they really excel at and try to enhance that or put that within the work, a lot of the dances movement becomes a part of that.
You've been given these steps that Stanton has tailored to you, to your strengths. Performing these difficult passages, it gives you this huge rush. It's exhilarating. When I finish, I also feel empowered because I thought it was impossible to do. So I feel like I've grown in a certain way. Each passage requires so much precision, stamina, and everyone is just showcasing their best skills.
When I go to the ballet, I want to see dances and I want to see as much dancing as I can. It really is 98% of the company on stage, and they're all executing things that they really have to work at and are also a part of every day for us. So I think that makes it very unique.
Hola, mi nombre es Karina González y soy la bailarina principal del Houston Ballet. Me complace compartir con ustedes un emocionante adelanto del resto de nuestra temporada. La compañía y la academia están trabajando arduamente para preparar la producción de este año de El Cascanueces de Stanton Welch. Esta tradición navideña familiar de Houston celebrará 10 años de funciones la próxima temporada. Siempre hay algo mágico y nuevo que descubrir en cada función. En el 2026, Sylvia, Giselle y Tapestry de Stanton Welch regresan a los escenarios junto con Petit Moore de Jerry Killian. Esperamos con entusiasmo los estrenos en el Houston Ballet de Broken Wings de Anabel López Ochoa y Dances at the Gathering de Jerome Robbins. Y también 2 estrenos mundiales de Alice Top y el director artístico del Houston Ballet, Stanton Welch.
Hi, my name is Jessica Collado and I'm a principal dancer with Houston Ballet. Before joining the company, I actually trained in the Houston Ballet Academy. My first experience was as a summer intensive program student in 2001, and I then joined the year-round program 2 years later. Over the years, I've had the pleasure of witnessing the extraordinary growth of the Academy. Next, our professional level students will share some of what they enjoy most about their training.
I've always heard amazing things about the Academy. They love individuality and just people who are really genuine.
I think this program is unique because they help you to grow a lot.
Houston Ballet is definitely a place where you would want to come for launching yourself into that professional career.
Once I moved here, all the teachers were really encouraging me to become a more confident and bolder dancer and just allowing myself to really enjoy the movements.
My favorite part of the day is taking class in the morning. Every day you walk in the studio and it just feels like you have a lot of space to dance, and all the teachers will try to push you to feel the space around you. It's really nice.
I like variations a lot because I can learn new things from new ballets that I didn't know, and I can express myself.
Some areas I think I've improved upon are getting to work in large groups of dancers.
One of my favorite classes definitely has to be pas de deux. Just learning from the teachers, from other classmates.
We have so many performance opportunities, such as studio series, my first ballet.
Last year for my first ballet with the Sleeping Beauty, and it's just really beautiful and I really like it. You just have a lot of stage experience throughout the years, and that really helped me.
I like a lot Salt Lake. It was really fun to do it with all my friends and also in good company.
I was fortunate enough to work with the company during Snow, and that was definitely a special memory, just dancing alongside so many talented artists. We worked with one of John Newmayer's stages for Young during the studio series, and that was truly special.
We get to collaborate with live orchestra, and I haven't really heard of any other academies providing such opportunities before. It's really special.
For any dancer who wants to come to Houston Ballet Academy, don't be afraid. Something new.
The biggest advice is to be authentic. Really try and immerse yourself with all the dancers. Learn from all your teachers.
Just be open to learn new things and new techniques.
Come in and be confident and just soak up all the experiences that they offer. It's really like once in a lifetime opportunities.
Our Academy offers many programs that promote accessibility and directly benefit our community. Here is a look into some of these programs.
At Houston Ballet, we believe dance is for everybody. We aim to provide meaningful programs for the greater Houston community. People are experiencing physical, cognitive, emotional, and social benefits of moving together. 88% of our programming is offered free of charge thanks to the support of our community. We partner with schools, community centers, other nonprofit organizations. The best example of this might be our long-term partnership with the Houston Area Parkinson's Society.
The partnership with Houston Ballet started in 2009. We kind of all got together and really thought that Dance for Parkinson's would be a really beautiful way to blend our missions, instilling a lifelong love and appreciation of dance, along with our mission to make sure that people are connected and reducing fear and isolation, making sure that no one faces Parkinson's alone. Engaging in exercise, but also engaging in socialization and doing things that are just fun. We have this wonderful live piano accompaniment. These dancers get to dance in the beautiful Margaret Alcack Williams Center for Dance, and that feels very special to them. Having people come together, that camaraderie, the fellowship of it, but also just this little spark of confidence. Despite Parkinson's, you're still coming out, you're still getting engaged, and you're dancing at the Houston Ballet.
Our second partnership has been with the Down Syndrome Association of Houston. And like the program with HAPS, we offer, since 2012, we've been offering weekly classes for children and adults who have Down syndrome.
Kenji is 10 years old. He is our son, and he is in the intermediate adaptive dance class.
Typically for younger ones, it's hard to find any program that disability child can participate. He has opportunities to interact with the typical kids within a program.
His coordination has improved quite a bit just through this dance. That's, helped in other areas just from, learning how to ride bike and interacting with friends and his brother. So it's been helpful.
I mean, he just loves to dance and sing.
And always mentioning ballet. So this gives him that environment to express himself the way he really wants to.
I'm just really grateful.
There's nothing else like it.
With the appropriate attention to the program, to the group of students, really anything was possible. The next big step for us was creating a performance space that was inclusive. In partnership with our colleagues at the Monarch School, we developed our first sensory-friendly performances in 2015 that happened right here at the Margaret Alcock Williams Center for Dance. We're really able to marry performance educational programming with the need for an inclusive performance space for families that have family members with neurological differences. We made alterations as needed, as we were advised by professionals in the field, reducing certain components of the audio, leaving the house lights on, quiet spaces and activity spaces. We live stream the performance into our lobby if anybody needs to leave the space. It is just absolutely thrilling that we're able to take the next step and take the model that we've started here and move it across the street to the Wortham Theater and offer our very first sensory-friendly production of Stanton Welch's Nutcracker. Our goal isn't to alter the art, it is to make the experience more accessible. Houston Ballet has always lived its values. Dance, and ballet especially, is for everybody. We intend for our doors to be open to all, but we're always asking ourselves, how can we make everybody feel more welcome?
Esperamos que hayan disfrutado de este viaje en las diversas obras de nuestra temporada y la manera impactante en que la danza enriquece nuestra comunidad. Gracias por acompañarnos.
Grazie per aver partecipato.
Thank you for joining us.
Y feliz Día Mundial del Ballet.
E buon World Ballet Day.
Happy World Ballet Day.